I wanted to reach out to the buyers out there. I think there's two great opportunities that are missed by many buyers out there. So the first one is a no-show property, meaning it's listed on the MLS, and in the status it says no show. You got to write an offer and it's based on them accepting your offer, then you show. The second one is probate. These are two great buyer opportunities. So the first one let's break down the no-show. So a lot of times, not a lot of times, but it happens at times on the MLS where the listing agent will put the property on the MLS and in the status it'll say like tenant no-show. Or they might have a no-show because of some other condition. So these are wonderful opportunities for buyers to take advantage of. Because most of your buyers, and I'm talking in the 90% plus, are not going to look at that home. They're going to say, there's no way I'm writing an offer on a property I cannot view. But the great news is that seller's not getting showings. So every day, every week, every month that property sits on the market, that seller's becoming more and more motivated. So they're great buying opportunities. So all you've got to do is you just write an offer up. Takes you about 5 minutes to sign at best. So the agent writes it up. We get it submitted. And if the seller accepts it, you get in the property within the next day. Even before you put your earnest money in, you're going to see if you want to move forward with that property. And if you don't, we cancel the agreement. You don't even put your earnest money in, we move on. But what's great about it is the chances of us writing less than they're asking and getting that accepted are very high because your seller is very motivated. Most buyers, and I'm talking the high 90%, are not looking at no-show properties. So your seller is very motivated. Great buying opportunity. The second one is probate. So a lot of times when probate comes up and the buyers see that it's a probate sale, they think, oh my gosh, I don't want to do a probate. I'll be there forever trying to get this house closed. And that is not the case at all. Probate is a process when someone passes away without a will or without a trust. And at that point, then attorneys take over and then they assign somebody to be the administrator of the estate. And at that point, then that's the person that's making the decisions. And then the court is approving that. So basically, you're going through it, you're writing the offer, they approve your offer, it moves forward. Attorneys do their legal stuff, and then they eventually set a court date. But roughly, you're going to be in a close of escrow within probably around a 6-week time. So a normal close of escrow is around 4 weeks. So you're looking at roughly around a 2-week additional. And you do have to go to the court, so your agent should be there with you and just to protect your offer because investors could be there, especially if you got it at a really good price. But these are also great opportunities. I'm actually in escrow with a first-time home buyer on a probate sale, and we are in $20,000 less than market value. So because you've got most buyers not looking at the property because they feel like, don't look at a probate property, you're never going to get that property or it's going to take you 6 months, which is completely false. But they're great opportunities. So the seller becomes more motivated because once again, they're not getting showings, and we're not getting showings. They become a little bit more motivated every day and potentially every hour. So these are two great opportunities if you're a buyer to look for where you can possibly get a better deal. A lot of times people say, oh, I want the short sales, I want the foreclosures. I'll talk about those in a different video, but those are maybe not always the best avenues to get your best deal. These are two awesome opportunities. No-show status and probate sales. I love them both of them. Every time when I get into those type of scenarios, we get really good deals. So call me today.